Michael belong to?
What are you doing, Michael?
What's his name?
What up, y'all? This is not a laughing matter of what I'm reporting because I'm going to expose this problem that the blackernocracy, the pro-blacks, especially these pro-black sense, probably because they grew up in these type of environments and these hyenas and they're just rejected they're just most pro-black women are rejected white feminists. They're rejected from white feminism, and so they joined the pro-black movement. They're the hyenas, they're the hood rats, they are the reformed divestors. And I'm not speaking about all, I'm speaking about them, but most. Not all, but most. I can't stand Jesse Coon Lee Peterson, but he got a point in some of the things he say. Even though he's a tap dancer, he's a coon, but he's on point on when he says not all, not but most, and certain issues when it comes to the BC. Look, I'm not gonna get into the whole white females do it too. I'm sorry. You don't see white tea females, other Asian cave hoes, so-called white cave hoes, Caucasian cave hoes, Asian cave hoes, Hispanic cave. I mean, it's really not. It's not a race. We know Hispanic Latino is not a race, but you don't see this. the Mexicanas and those of other those different variations of Latin women and Hispanic women doing this type of crap. I'm sorry. Now you can talk about the algorithm. Now I want to say this though: if you know there's a media bias, an anti-black media bias, why would you engage in this inappropriate behavior? If you know you're going to get stereotyped and be judged a particular way, y'all not ready for that conversation. There's nothing funny about this. What I see is here's the thing. I see a bunch of hyenas. The front, it doesn't matter if she come from the hood. It don't matter if she come from the country, the south, up north, west coast, east coast. It doesn't matter. Even if she's coming from the Caribbean, even so-called African. But I'm focusing on Western black women that come from Western countries, like the ununited snakes of America, and the UK, Australia, cave-dominated countries. You know what I'm saying? That have white folk ran governments, Europeans, colonizers. Okay. That's what we're going to be talking about. Those type of black females who are indoctrinated to think like Europeans, what I call Negropeans. And they engage in anti-blackness and especially in anti-black misandry. We're going to watch this. I'm going to play this so y'all can understand. I want y'all to show me how many Arab women are engaged in this behavior. I doubt it. I'm not saying they don't exist, but when I look at the comments of black women engaged in this shit, you got a lot of black women who claim to be not like that, but they support that they just support that type of bullshit. They support the bullshit, and that makes you worse. You're no different than a colonizer, a Caucasian saying, "Oh, I'm not racist like other white folk. I'm not like other white folk. I'm not racist, but when I see racism, I don't say nothing. I don't call it. I don't hold my people accountable for their anti-blackness." That's how a lot of you sisters come across. You know what I'm saying? And don't even try to make it about black men, because Black men are not. We don't have a bro code. I wish we did. If we had a bro code, this shit would not be happening. Where's your Dr. Umar Johnson on this? Or he gonna try to blame it on slavery? When back in the day, when black women and black men was, and specifically black women was in chains, and all the way through Jim Crow, this shit was not the norm. There was shame back in the day. This was not celebrated. You can talk to your grandparents and great grandparents. This did go on, but it was more behind closed doors, and it was frowned upon. And if it was caught by somebody, they got dealt with. Got interrupted, so we're gonna see this play out again.
Vehicle belong to?
What are you doing, Michael?
What's his name?
Why is she even dressed like that? And I don't care if this is her home. This is her house. I don't care if her name is on the lease or this is her house, and you can't do this shit around children. You can't dress like that around children. Now I'm going to say this. Imagine a man had his like Speedo, and you can see his that hot dog, in that tight spandex Speedo underwear or swim trunks. Imagine he had them spandex. It can reveal that hot dog. You know what I'm saying? His hot dog, and a little girl was standing right there, and he was walking around like that, and this was posted. What do you think will happen? Let's be honest. Even if he was the father, and that was his biological daughter. What do you think is going to happen? I'll tell you what I think is going to likely happen. It's going to be reported, rightfully so. It's going to be reported to law enforcement. And Child Protective Services will get involved, rightfully so. And he probably might get jumped. And probably get jumped and unalive. And he's going to get arrested and probably get jumped in jail, prison, locked up, lose all types of custody rights. If it was a joint, if it was a primary custody, or it was joint custody, even if that was the unc, that they will have no mercy when it comes to street justice, when it comes to law enforcement. That there will be harsh, serious consequences, and rightfully so. However, I need y'all to keep the same energy when it comes to these females when they dress like this in front of these little boys. She is a predator, a pedophile. She is sexualizing herself in front of her children, and this is not the only clip. So don't try to say, "Oh, that's just an isolated incident." Too many young black boys have been essayed and been molested and raped by these old hoes, by teenage girls. She's probably in her like mid to late 20s. How many times have we seen female teachers, foster care mothers, babysitters, guidance counselors, any profession that's women are involved, that work in, that involves young children, daycare centers, the daycare, what have you, and they engage in this type of nastiness. And and they're so soft on her. You got the Sims making excuses for it. You got women that don't see nothing wrong with that, but they have no problem with. It's funny how I have a lot of black women talk about essay, right, in the family and stuff like that, but yet, and they talk about how it goes unreported, but they don't talk about how it is reported, and it's like 1%. It's like what's it like it's like an actual real cases that telling the truth is like 1 or 2%. To be honest, then it's like 7%. But the cases when it comes to boys being essayed by these teenage girls, grown women, it's higher than that. It's double or triple that. It's a lot. It is double and triple. It's double and triple. But they don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to talk about that because it doesn't fit your TikTok narrative, your YouTube anti-black misandry narrative, so you can get a check from Uncle Sam, so you can get a handout from Massa. Y'all the new Carolyn Bryant Dunhams. Y'all the new white tea females like to falsely accuse black men and boys and try to get them lynched. Y'all replaced the white tea female. I'm serious. And then you got pro-blacks, these social media pro-blacks who I have no respect for, who want to downplay. Well, I don't respect you black Christians because you ain't no damn better. Y'all just transition from Christianity to the pro-blackness, to the pro-black space, to the fake-ass Pan-Africanism. That's all you did. That's all you did. This is highly inappropriate and unacceptable. But you lovely ladies don't see nothing wrong with that. Now, shout out to the ladies who are calling it out and doing what they and actually doing that work, calling her job, making sure she gets held accountable in some way. I should probably send this to your favorite sister, the Queen of Accountability. I want to know what her take is on this. Since y'all want to harm a sister for showing y'all some love and correction that is needed, but you just want one side of correction, we'll just hold them in. You cannot just correct one side and then don't correct the other. You'll never have balance, and we can never rise. No nation is going to rise. I'm going to say this. Only a nation can rise based off the moral position of the woman. So y'all can't say, if the men do this, no, you ladies got to do your part. I don't care if we stop talking about what the men need to do. What do y'all got to do? Only a nation can rise, and this is historical facts, can rise based off the moral position of the woman. And y'all the first teachers of the children. Don't talk to me about what if the mama died, what if the man got full custody. Y'all know y'all get custody. A lot of y'all don't qualify to get primary custody, even 50-50 custody. So let's not go there. Y'all, she should not. Somebody should stop. Let me tell you, fathers, this. Let me tell you, women, this. Stop leaving your children alone with a woman. Your children are not any more safer being looked after from a woman than a grown man. Y'all keep thinking the predators are just men. No, a lot of these predators are women, and a lot of these men who became predators came from women like this. But we don't want to talk about that because y'all think women are angels and loving, sweet, loving, nice people. They're not. Just like men are not these loving, sweet, nice people. I'll argue men are more nicer and kinder and sweeter than women, especially in today's time, especially in year 2024, going on year 2025, going on year 2025. I would argue, and I'm going to say that again, I would argue men are more kinder, more sweeter, more loving and caring in year 2024 than women. And going on year 25. More men have more of a heart than women. And before you women try to tell me, well, we're not talking about your limited personal experiences. A lot of you women are inexperienced when it comes to the dating. Y'all just deal with a small percentage of men, and then y'all try to make it like they're like 90%, when y'all don't even talk to 90% of the men. So how can you come up with this analysis? It's just, and it's based off emotion. It's not based on logic and common sense. It's not based on facts. It's not based off any form of data. Every time I show you ladies the data about how bad you are and the problems y'all cause, y'all think I'm bashing. How am I bashing if these are facts? How am I bashing if I'm telling you what are the possible scenarios and the frequent ass issues of the frequent ass questions? How am I going to tell you, well, this is I think the reason why this, and then I give you my honest opinion. I rarely give out my opinion, but I'm telling you cause and effect, what would likely cause this and that, and it's all through policy. Bad policy from the Democrats. Bad policy that the corporations allow y'all to do this shit. Misandry laws. The legal system does not want to hold you accountable for anything. They don't believe in locking women up. They rather y'all hyenas continue to be honest, and then you destroy these kids, and they fill up school to the prison pipeline, school to the homeless line, school to the mental health facility line, to the psych ward, where they take your ass to the psych ward in the orange suit. I wasn't in the orange suit, but they'll take you there. They'll do all this stuff, and they will give you these drugs, and you will be a test study for these pharmacy companies. And they get a bag off of that. That's why healthcare is a fucking fraud. Then you got, understand, when it comes to these crisis centers of mental health is a big thing now. Therapy. Why you think a lot of people are studying to be counselors? Because of trauma. So due to the social engineering, since a lot of these people suffer from trauma, now it's a business. Now we don't really need the jails. We just need to just put people in the psych ward. We just need to give people medication. And then we got the indoctrination of the school system to the fool system. You see how this evil, wicked ass system works? Women are the biggest consumers. They use men for free labor, military, and jail and prison, and these other jobs that don't want to pay men shit. Then you got the migrants, the immigrants. Okay, once you see how everything's connected. But we're gonna watch it.
Uncle belong to.
What are you doing, Michael?
What's his name?
And of course, there's a bunch of heckling hyenas, and I don't care. This is auntie. I don't know why the mother would trust her to babysit her child, which is beyond me. I don't understand why we leave our kids with women. This whole they're sweet and nurturing. No, it's not. No, they're not. Not in the last 50 years, not in the last 60 plus years. Due to toxic feminism, and the promotion of misandry from school to secular music and the media, absolutely not. There's no nurturing, loving women because due to policy, it creates this type of degeneracy. Only women get allowed to be degenerates, and then you wonder why we got a lot of degenerate people out here. This is unacceptable. And this is under fair use. And I know some of you women are going to get in your feelings, and I don't care. And I don't care if you simps come from me. You simps are sad too. You simps talk about, if I was a kid, I would love to. You guys are part of the problem. Because a lot of these women wouldn't do what they do if we didn't have weak ass dudes, beta male simps like y'all exist. A lot of you women love these guys because y'all don't respect them. Obviously, you don't respect them, but you use them because you use them to get leverage. Because they enable your degenerate behavior, your narcissism too. And they don't want to stand with strong men and check your ass because they're sellouts. A lot of those simps are nothing but male sellouts for female attention. And plus, these guys need a place to stay. And they are the biggest predators when it comes to children and stuff. Living off your resource, especially off the child support that you get, the alimony that you get for doing that man dirty. This is unacceptable.
Like a god.
And the fact that there was a dude there, he needs to be jumped. Because why would a grown man allow these type of hyena sickos to I don't understand some of you dudes. So basically there was a dude in the background. I'm pretty he knew what was going on, but he didn't do nothing about it. He would have, man, that couldn't have been me. All right, first of all, she would not, any children, she wouldn't be dressed like that. She would be dressed like a nun. I'm serious, y'all. And for a dude to laugh too, he did not have he was raised with hoe ass ninjas. If he had a daddy, he was a soft Tampax wearing hoe ass fruity cake that slept on the couch, that was spineless, that had no masculinity, a lot of feminine energy, a lot of bitch energy. Or he was raised by he was raised by a hyena single mother, and he grew up in a house full of hyenas, hoes and tricks. This is how you got some of these crazy perverted males, because of heifers like this, hyenas like this that need to be checked.